Are you taking action that counts, or are you taking just enough action to be looking good?
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together with the Dekker team.
We are delighted that we've been able to come alongside you for over 36 years, not only selling, buying, and investing in real estate over 3,117 times, but coming alongside you to build your fun, build your fitness, build your faith, build your finances, and even strengthen, heal, and flourish inside relationship. And we've done it by telling what we believe is a perspective that maybe you're not always wanting to hear, that's requiring you to be open. And this particular segment and this entire month really has been about the guide. Mm-hmm. And that sounds fun, like hire the right guide. There's the criteria. Let's go with it. Now we're challenging you to say, are you guide worthy? Even with a fantastic guide.
Guidable.
Are you guidable? Are you guide worthy? Meaning, will you allow yourself to hear a perspective or an opinion that doesn't align with yours? Because only, how many percent? I think it's 3% of people are willing to do what?
I don't know.
They're willing to make a major decision and a plan that they actually then follow through with action without accountability.
The reason I didn't know is it's actually 8%.
Oh, is it 8?
8%.
Okay. I thought it was way down at 3.
Will make a major decision plan and then actually follow through on the actions.
Without accountability.
And a good guide has a certain level of accountability because they're going to say, did you get your pre-approval? What amount was it? And they're going to seek to get information so they can guide you better, which causes you to get into action. And maybe you're saying, well, I'd like to ask you the question. Are you a person of action? Are you in motion? Or are you just moving a little bit enough that it looks like you're doing something?
Right. Like, is preparation really just procrastination? Are you doing the right preparation, but never just getting beyond that?
Some people are getting prepared to get prepared.
Yeah. And that's going to stall out. I mean, even God doesn't steer parked cars.
He does not.
He doesn't. And a great guide isn't likely going to push you through the door. You literally have to walk through the open door. And that is through openness. That is through discomfort. That's through having the conversations. That is through willing to do it a little differently than you've done it before.
And sometimes you got to get into action to seek clarity. Because sometimes when you're just inaction actually clouds the inaction. Inaction clouds your view. Whereas when you get into action, maybe you get just beyond those trees that were blocking your view, or you get some information that goes, oh, that opened up something that I didn't know before. But getting into action. Now, that doesn't mean go window shopping for houses before you get your pre-approval. Right? Like, yes, you can surf the net and we do it once in a while. Just look at houses, look at cottages, look at stuff and dream a little bit. That's all great. But if you want to actually accomplish something, then there's some action steps to take.
Right. You have to be open to do the work. I mean, that's even part of having a right guide. They're useless to you if you're not open to doing what's required of you. Your steps are part of the winning formula. They're actually like a significant part of the winning formula. And I think this is the first time we put this dialogue into the conversation for over 14 years.
Yeah, it's a little hard because we're talking about you, and maybe we're not talking about you. Maybe you're a person of action. Maybe you're open-minded. Maybe everything that we've said, you go, well, that's not me.
Yeah. Which is great. Then we really want you to get on a clarity call.
You're part of the 8%, not part of the 92% that could use this message, right? Like, if you're thinking about investing in real estate, are you buying investment books? Are you actually reading them? Are you going to investment seminars? Did you join the investment club and you haven't done any offers. You haven't gotten your finances in a place. So it's more a dream, which can turn into a nightmare if you don't have an action plan.
And then you don't do the action plan.
Right.
Like even with a plan, you're still stuck. If you don't ever do, like that's the point of this segment. Action is a indicator. We're not saying reckless action. We're not taking action before you've got your ducks in a row, before you've sorted things out, before it makes sense to you. But if you're attending seminar after seminar after seminar, reading book after book after book, they're not just piling up on your nightstand. You're reading them, you're attending the workshops, you're talking about the investment properties, you're analyzing, you're looking at them, you're doing all the right stuff, except nothing ever quite fits.
You know why that is? Because most investment properties aren't perfect the way they are. Especially if they've been sitting there for a little while. Like the odd one comes up and it sells in like a few days and that was a perfect investment because the seller priced it to be a perfect investment. Most of them aren't, and we got to make them through creative financing or through negotiations or from terms. We've got to turn it into a good investment.
Like I'll just touch on one little strategy, give away a little piece, right? Looking at low rents. Because that often makes it actually a phenomenal investment, but it looks like a lousy investment because the numbers don't make it cash flow adequately. But can you look at the building and look at when the leases are going to be up or when you believe they're going to turn over? Are the rents at maximum rent? Yeah. Like there are so many things to consider that are beyond the surface. So being open to dig a little bit, that's part of being open-minded, is digging, doing the action of digging. And I don't mean you doing it all, but being open to allow your guide to do the digging and then absorb the digged information and decide whether now it actually is a great opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at one a couple of weeks ago, Yetta, and it was a 6-unit.
Yep.
Lower rents, great condition.
Yeah.
And had excess land that you could probably build another 6-unit on. But if you just are looking strictly for cash flow, it was tight.
Well, it was not great at all.
Yeah, but you can make that one great.
Right. And so what we're saying is if you're thinking, hey, this is really neat. I am open-minded. I'm part of the 8%. And I still haven't taken my action because it's still scary. And there's still things I need to lay out. Then book your clarity call because we would love to have you see your name when you log on to the website and we see a scheduled event. So just go to dekkerteam.com, book that clarity call. It's free, costs you nothing, only 15 minutes, and we'll know whether there's a next step. You'll know if there's a next step.
And you know what? It even gives you email reminders. It reminds us that the call's coming up. And all you got to do is put in your email address and your phone number.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty easy.
Cool. Yeah. Are you being willing to be led? That's the starting point of building real wealth and legacy for you and your family and your family's family.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? Yeah. So the right guide can get you and lead you somewhere. But unless you're willing to move, you're not going to that somewhere.
You're stuck right where you are. And we don't want that for you. No. So let's move forward together and we all win.
Yeah, and that leads me to thanks for joining us on Life's Inside Track, because when we move forward together, we've got this.
Moving forward with the Dekker team.